Hey everyone, welcome to Crypto Conversation, and this is your host Shiv. So, just want to give you guys a heads up of what is happening with Bitcoin right now. So, Bitcoin future trading has started yesterday uh, on CBOE, and this is their official website. And of course, there is a lot of question here as to what exactly is going to happen to the Bitcoin price. Will it boom to $20,000 or $20,000, or is it going to crash a little bit? So what I hear from the market is what I'm going to share with you today, and hopefully you can benefit from this. So all right, let's get started. We really have a very short time, so let's get started. So as you can see, the price of a Bitcoin in the speculation has gone up by 21% already. Right from 15 yesterday, it has gone up by 21%, and all the other cryptocurrencies are also picking up a little bit. So definitely an exciting time to be involved into cryptocurrencies, but specifically we are talking about Bitcoin today. So I want to share something important as to what Bitcoin futures may look like, and for that matter, how the future trading look like. Right. So I had did so just to let you know that I'm not somebody who is been into futures trading. So I really don't understand the futures trading in depth. But this is what I could understand in the simplest way possible. So the futures trading is nothing but it's pure speculation on the price, wherein you really don't buy the original Bitcoin like how we buy it on exchanges like ZipPay, UnoCoin. You buy literally Bitcoins which comes in your wallet, right? But when it comes to future trading, you literally don't buy Bitcoin. You just speculate on their price, and it's kind of a gamble according to me. And I'll tell you how the gamble looks like. So let's say you say that maybe, okay, let's assume the price of a today Bitcoin is 15,000 US dollar. So you say on a future date, you say that okay, the price of the Bitcoin on so and so date will be 20,000. So there is a contract which is written in the current price and the future price, and then there is a buyer for that price, and then somebody comes along and says okay, 20,000, I'm ready to take it. So what you do is you get your price of a $20,000 per Bitcoin on that future date. But however, in the future date, your price of a Bitcoin may not reach 20,000. Maybe it reaches only 18,000, but you still get to have that 20,000 price mark, right? So the buyer who actually bought the contract is in a loss by $2,000. But however, let's say if the price of the Bitcoin reaches $25,000, right? But however, as per the contract, your price return is only 20,000. So you only get 20,000. You don't get 25,000. So the 5,000 is what the buyer keeps. So this is the kind of contract that happens between the buyer and the seller, and so this is purely a speculation, or the price of speculation where the trade happens. Of course, there is a security for sure that even if the price goes down, you're not losing anything over here, right? But at the same time, you are also putting a limit on how much you could make if the price would have gone up. So this is how the Bitcoin future trading is going to look like, wherein you actually don't get the original Bitcoin in your hand, but it is traded on these exchanges, CBOE and CME. One thing that I definitely want to mention is that what I get to hear from the market is the CME group, which is starting the Bitcoin futures on December 18th, will have a larger impact on the price compared to CBOE group. Why? Because what I get to hear is the CME group is a bigger financial institute compared to CBOE, and they have more banks or more people who would like to trade on CME group than the CBOE group. So what is interesting to see, of course, there are a couple of I want to also share this video with you here by Andreas Antonopoulos, whom I spoke to you guys yesterday about how I learned a lot of things from him. And so he has his opinion on what can there be a possibility to. I want to share that with you at the end of this video. Stay with me. But in the meantime, in case you want to understand more on how the Bitcoin futures does look like, there are few articles which I found which are on Telegraph UK and Bloomberg and on Investopedia. So for example, this one, it says CBOE Bitcoin futures live trading begins as cryptocurrency makes strong exchange back. I mean, this is definitely a significant day, a historic day, when Bitcoin being traded on the on the traditional exchanges like CBOE, So this is something that I found interesting that I want to share. And of course, it says how to invest in Bitcoin exchanges futures. Now, if you ask my opinion, I would never be interested into the Bitcoin futures trading because this is purely a speculation. You don't get a Bitcoin here. Unlike how you get the Bitcoin when you buy it from an exchange. So you actually not the custodian of your Bitcoin. It's just a speculation on the Bitcoin price. So I'm somebody who will not get involved at all. But this is a simple example of how does the Bitcoin futures look like. In case if you want to go ahead and read the put the link in the description below. But this is what I wanted to share with you. Okay, now before that, if I could show you this video, this talks about. Okay,
As
let's.
well as the regular retail portfolio. I mean, believe it or not, it's still very hard to buy Bitcoin. My father calls me all the time, how buyers. As well as the regular retail portfolio. I mean, believe it or not, it's still.
So he says that how the Bitcoin has been legitimized by trading it on the future exchanges as trading as Bitcoin futures trading. The Bitcoin has got that legitimacy which a lot of institutional investors are still waiting for before they could actually put their money. And
very hard to buy Bitcoin. My father calls me all the time, how do I buy Bitcoin? And I'd rather not to explain how to do the process. Now he can go do the futures exchange. It makes life a lot easier, actually. And the buyers now from institutions can all get into this now.
We also heard from Gary Cohn this week talking about these futures which will start trading, not.
So this is something that I want to share, guys. Another thing is that I spoke to you guys about Mr. Andreas Antonopoulos. Let's hear what he has to say on Bitcoin futures trading.
In the same bundle, I think it's important to recognize that I have no influence or interest in the Chicago Mercantile Exchange futures market. I know it's creating a lot of interest. I think the period between December 10th and December 31st is going to be very...
December 10th and December 31st. The period between December 10th and December 31st
very exciting.
Is going to be very exciting.
Days of extreme excitement, because the most likely thing to happen is we're going to see a lot of volume.
Did you hear that? A lot of volume. Now, again, this is just a prediction. He doesn't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but this is just the speculation. This is just the prediction also how market can behave.
Think we have volume in Bitcoin now?
So in short, it says that the volume of the Bitcoin may increase the trading volume because the institutional investors are just going to pour into it. So definitely a very exciting time. I thought I'll keep you guys updated on that. Do let me know your opinion about this Bitcoin futures trading in the comment below. And of course, we will go through the entire thing probably late in the evening and we will discuss all that. But I want to just make a small video and give you guys a heads up. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Give this video a like if you did like it, and leave your comment and subscribe if you're new to this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.